Hello there everyone, welcome back to another Gate Ruler video. I feel like I keep saying that really seemed like we weren't going to be getting that many cards, but look, here's the situation. We got 3 cards today. Tomorrow we've been teased to from the official account and we know there's an influencer reveal coming. I highly recommend you watch tomorrow's video because I know what that influencer reveal is and it's kind of crazy. So, you know, check that video out. And then after tomorrow it'll be Wednesday. And the set releases on Thursday in Japan. And of course, Japan is 9 hours ahead. So, pretty much any time on Wednesday, we could expect the entire set list to drop. Which means, from your perspective, basically Wednesday's video, Thursday's video, and Friday's video, I'm just going to be going over all the cards revealed, probably, because I've had a look and there's 72 to be revealed. Now, I'm not sure how many promos and things, so if we assume 60 will be dropped on Wednesday, that'll be 20 cards per video. So those will be quite girthy videos, but I don't want to put them all in one because no one will watch it. Anyway, enough of that preamble. Let's get started with today's reveals, and I suppose we'll go in order of excitement, which is feels bad for today's influencer, but here it is. Ooh. Heavy Armed Victor, and I say in order of excitement, but this is a very cool card. So, Military Robo, Bolt Gun. Oh, sorry, it's a 4/5/2. So the stats are alright. It's a level 3, so you would kind of be expecting slightly bigger stats for a level 3, but you'll see why it doesn't actually get those, and why, frankly, if it had anything bigger, it would probably be pretty broken. It's already pretty broken. Bolt Gun. When this unit attacks, choose one enemy unit and deal 3 damage to it. So this is the same skill as the original Victor, who you will remember from set 1, who was on a level 2. This is a much bulkier version of that, so sort of a better... the effect is better on this card because this card is harder to deal with. And then, Electromagnetic Armor. When effect damage is dealt to this card, that damage is reduced by 2. This card's nuts. So the first thing I want to say is 1 Guns and Gold turns this into absolute dynamite. Speaking of dynamite, coming up. But dealing 4 damage on attack is obviously nuts, so 1 Guns and Gold makes this really valuable. I think Guns and Gold Armory is possibly the card that is going to have the biggest glow up from set 1 to set 2. I feel like you're going to see that card everywhere now. But anyway, on Electromagnetic Armor, the thing you have to understand is reducing damage by 2, it's so much more impactful than it sort of seems, right? Because a lot of damage is like deal 3, deal 4, deal 3, deal 4, right? And then they'll attack into you. But that deal 3, deal 4 is now deal 1, deal 2. And the attack won't be enough to clear 5 HP. If you wanted to remove this through effect damage, you'd have to burn 7, which is actually sort of easier than trying to burn it down with smaller amounts, because you'd have to burn 7 in 1. But because this reduces everything by 2, instead, if you tried to burn it down multiple times, you would have to burn it, like, you'd have to burn 4 3 times, which is really difficult to do, or burn 4 twice and then attack into it. So this is actually a very sturdy card. Combine this with the potential, so one deck I'm excited to try is Red-Blue Robos, because in Wizard, because imagine this, but you emergency recombination into it. That's pretty nuts, because suddenly when you slap a soul on this, or a charge on this, this is really difficult to remove. And you know, that level of stickiness is just really, really valuable. So I think this card is very, very, very strong, and I expect to see it making a good impact on the meta, and the artwork's obviously fantastic too. But next, we have our first card from the zombie start deck in quite a while, and it's good. Level 0 Zombie Dynamite Zombie. Has counter. It's a 2/1/1, so the stats are got counter, choose one enemy unit and deal 2 damage to it. So this is the Master Future Ed counter. We've seen that is not particularly that good. However, worth saying that, again, Guns and Gold Armory exists, and if it was 3, even with only 1 Guns and Gold Armory, this is suddenly very, very good. With 2, this is ridiculous. It's, you know, deal 4, which is nuts, okay? But then, the effect, blowing up. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, choose 1 enemy unit and deal 2 damage to it. This is totally correct. The first thing to say is, again, I'm going to keep saying this, with a single Guns and Gold Armory, this becomes deal 3, which is really good. You can chuck this in the defensive zone. Whenever your opponent removes that, you're probably going to be able to remove something on their board, which is really, really valuable. In addition, you also have your ridiculous tools like the fling. I've forgotten the name, but the fling, zombie cannon. That's it, zombie cannon. Which you can destroy this and then either burn one to your opponent and then deal 2 damage to something, or deal 4 damage to something, then deal 2 damage to something. So you get a Buster Arm for 0 with this combo. And bearing in mind that Dynamite Zombie is probably now your go-to revival target. Like, you will pretty much always revive this and you'll just move it into the center, or you revive it and you'll have your zombie cannon set and you'll just immediately pop it. Like, this thing is so scary, and it has potential outside of zombie decks as well, because not only is this Ed, which is like okay, but it's Ed in a faction that has Guns and Gold Armory, which is going to make it better, and then it's an Ed that also does its effect when you play it and it just gets removed. So there's like a lot going for this card. It's really, really strong. This is sort of the kind of thing where it's like, oh, I'm really starting to see how zombies, out of a start deck with just you buy 2 start decks, chuck in a couple legends, and this deck is going to be top tier, because when you have tools like this and this level of like disruption and recursion, yeah, it's going to be really good. But the final card to talk about is something I genuinely am shocked to see, and it's happened. Darkness is no longer meme tier. It was moving up from meme tier. Throughout the set 2 reveals, it was getting better and better and better, and I'd kind of graduated it from meme tier already, but it was still like nothing. It didn't look that spectacular. But with this card alone, I would say has shot it up a tier plus, maybe 2 tiers. Let's read it. Balam Rem Rex, my soul is one with the darkness. Magic. Counter, play this. Use time ignore. It's a level 2 event for Volna. Perform Abyssal Summoning. So simple, but the simplest effect texts are very often the most powerful. If this was immediate timing, let me first say that Darkness would probably be like tier 0, so I'm glad it's not. This is absolutely ridiculous. The first thing, if you draw this, you're totally cool with that, because this is a Abyssal Summoning that there is no way to disrupt in the game at the moment. There is no level 2 ability nullification, effect nullification for events, so you are getting your Abyssal Summon off. That is incredibly valuable. You have now managed to, like, one of the biggest weaknesses that Abyssal Summoning had as a deck was it was very easy to just remove the Abyssal Summoner and nothing could be done about it. Now, Dark Mother had gone some way to solve that problem by just being an absolute stat beast, but this card circumvents that whole issue entirely. You just immediately get it. Yes, this is not a Darkness, so you don't get that additional benefit, which is sort of, clearly priced in to the cost of those and the stats of those wizard summoners. So you're not getting that additional Darkness trait, but I don't think it really matters. Then you consider the counter, and the counter is why this card is just a 4 of, in my opinion. Like, I think maybe 3 if you really are like struggling for counter space, but I just think it's such a strong card that 4 seems natural here. If you ever counter check this on your opponent's turn, your sort of worst case is Abyssal Summoning either a Hades or like one of the level 2s. Right, like your worst case is you get a beefy thing in the center, or you develop a board. Either way, you're probably putting something in defensive and developing a board in some way. That's your worst case. Your top end on this effect is Abyssal Summoning a Rex, so heal 1 and then pop one of your opponent's cards, or Abyssal Summoning a Viola and board wiping your opponent on their turn for free. For free. I need to emphasize that. You're not paying energy for this. It just fucking does it. Oh my god, this card is crazy. It is defensively monstrous. Like, it solves issues the deck has. This is like, I was sitting there and I was like, yeah, okay, Darkness is looking better, but I don't really know what they're going to give it in this set to make it good. Because, like, I had faith. Like, it kind of was like, oh, set 2 is going to make Darkness good. And I was like, alright, I see you. I'm watching. And I hadn't really seen it yet, but now I see it. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel for more Gate Ruler content. See you for tomorrow's video. If you want to pick up Gate Ruler, use my affiliate links in the description, because I am poor and I want to buy lots of product, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers.